Hi everybody, good evening. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Cutter Martin. Some good news in this digital stream of the First Alert forecast. We have drier weather building in, at least temporarily, across metro Atlanta, North Georgia, just in time for the Braves to play. We'll take you outside right now. Again, it stopped raining not only up on the northwest side at Truist Spark, but also the connector looking from Atlantic Station back towards Midtown Atlanta. Dry for the moment, though of course still puddles and some moisture left behind on area roadways. But as far as rain falling from the sky, we're getting a break. First Alert radar right now. Showers extend from Peachtree City down to LaGrange, Thomaston, making Warner Robins up into Putnam County, Eatonton, and Lake St. Clair area. Also Lake Oconee, heading up towards Clark County, Athens, some sprinkles, Toccoa Falls, and back into Washington, Georgia, and to the upstate of South Carolina. We have some rain. And then Alpharetta, Sandy Springs, Atlanta, Carrollton were dry. The upper left-hand corner of your screen, though, notice new showers and thunderstorms moving through East Alabama, North Alabama, approaching Chattanooga. Those will weaken, but they're forming ahead of a front that is going to move through tomorrow morning, bringing the return of showers and thunderstorms to metro Atlanta. And in reality, much of North Georgia has yet to see their final raindrops. I think a good bit of us do get some more rain tomorrow morning. We'll walk you hour by hour now. You were looking at live radar, and this is now what a computer thinks radar will look like over the next several hours. And notice how it's doing a decent job showing those storms in North Alabama, as well as diminishing rain south and east of Atlanta as we go forward in time. Line of storms we were tracking diminishes by midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, but new storms developing in central Tennessee, pushing down through the Birmingham metro. They will make it into northwest Georgia by 3 to 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. And into Dalton, Rome, Carrollton by 4 or 5 a.m. I think the city of Atlanta Metro, the 75-85 big exchange there inside the perimeter. Between about 5 and 7 a.m., we will have some rain and thunder moving in. Rain will probably, at least in a few neighborhoods, be much heavier than it was today. And that heavy rain will be accompanied by some thunder and some lightning. So that's what we're going to be watching tomorrow morning. If you're an early commuter, could certainly be impacted by some of these downpours moving through at a time when some folks will be hitting the roadways. I want to remind you we're live on several platforms, including Facebook, Atlanta News First. That's the account to follow if you have any other questions, comments, concerns. John White saying no severe weather. Yeah, the risk is very low, not quite zero, but it is maybe just north of zero. Very, very low. We're not concerned about widespread severe weather, but 1 or 2 storms tomorrow morning could produce some gusty winds, and I think several storms early tomorrow producing heavy rain. And would not be too surprised if you're woken up by some thunder and some lightning early tomorrow, especially the northwest side, Floyd County, Rome, Chattooga County, down into Paulding County, Dallas, Georgia. Those areas will be at risk for some lightnings and thunder in the wee hours of tomorrow morning. So wouldn't be too surprised if indeed you are woken up by some of that thunder and lightning. But the good news for Braves play, for anyone with other evening plans, a lull in the rain this evening, and general conditions will be drying out as we go deeper into the evening hours through about maybe midnight, 1 a.m. And then more widespread rain is back in the forecast as we bring that forecast model back into the picture. Atlanta 64, LaGrange 62, 63 in Griffin, 63 in Dalton, 64 in Rome, 62 in Carrollton, and it'll be mild tomorrow morning, even with some of that rain falling. Taking you deeper into your Thursday, notice how by 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, rain is well east of metro Atlanta. We're drying out. As we get into Thursday afternoon, not only drying out, but clearing out. Peaks of sunshine as early as maybe 1, 2 p.m., and that will allow temperatures to warm back into the mid and upper 70s tomorrow afternoon. Here's a snapshot of your Thursday. Yes, morning storms, but by 4 or 5 p.m. the drive home, we're talking nice weather, lots of sunshine, temperatures peaking in the mid to upper 70s. That chance of Atlanta rain, that is just tomorrow morning. Most are dry in the afternoon. In fact, I think just about everybody. And we'll be dry Friday as I pull up that 7-day forecast. Saturday's another nice one. Temperatures rebounding after a chilly start Friday and Saturday mornings, upper 40s and lower 50s. We are back into the lower 80s by Saturday afternoon. Sunday, we'll call it a transition day. Still warm, a little warmer, in fact, in the morning with some more clouds, a 20% chance of rain. Spotty rain possible Monday as well, a little cooler. You know, we start a little warmer, but we just don't get as warm Monday as cooler air starts to filter in, and then noticeably chillier Tuesday. First Alert. Chilly air is back. High temperatures only in the mid to upper 60s. Some of the data we look at And the First Alert Weather Center is actually even cooler than that, but we'll go 66 for now, kind of fine tune that forecast as we get a little closer. And that's with a breeze with sunshine, low humidity, so feeling like late fall, almost early winter by that point. And that'll set the stage as the sky remains clear and chilly air settles in. That wind slacks off a bit Tuesday night into Wednesday for a pretty chilly evening and overnight period, going down to 40 next Wednesday morning. May have to lower that back into the upper 30s in Atlanta. That means that our north side neighbors, Sandy Springs, Alpharetta, Roswell, Johns Creek, Duluth, on up into Marietta, Smyrna, these spots in the mid to upper 30s could easily be some frost all the way down into the North Metro Wednesday morning. So those with sensitive plants, good idea to keep them covered, and would not be surprised if some of our North Georgia communities record their first freeze by Wednesday morning. Of course, Blairsville has already been back in the mid-30s, and you will probably be colder than that by the time we get to Wednesday morning, with temperatures down to around freezing or so. We'll focus in on low temperatures here, taking each day. This is for Atlanta. 2 waves of cool air. The first one moves in later tomorrow. Notice Friday morning back in the upper 40s. We'll keep it chilly Saturday morning. Warm back up Sunday, Monday morning, and then as that next front plows through, some chilly air moving in with a breeze and dry conditions as well by Tuesday and Wednesday, with low temperatures back in the upper 30s and the lower 40s. So certainly some chilly air is on the way. And a reminder, you can get that forecast. John White asking if I'm cold. Yeah, it actually is pretty cold in the studio, so have the jacket ready. It's nice and comfortable, and I think more folks will be feeling the chill by the time we get to the middle of next week. But again, we'll go ahead and pull out that complete 7-day forecast again in case you missed it. Notice the rain chances tomorrow. They're in the morning. So morning commute tomorrow, especially if you commute before 7:30 or so, more likely to be impacted by some rain, showers, and thunderstorms. 78 Friday afternoon after a nice dry start to the day. And Saturday, 81. 80 Sunday with a 20% chance of some rain showers. Spotty hit or miss rain possible Mondays. That front actually gets closer and draws closer and moves through. And then we're back to some much chillier conditions, and here is that 10-day forecast. We'll hop over from Facebook to AtlantaNewsFirst.com. Just click on First Alert Weather. Click on the 10-day after scrolling down a bit, and notice how, yes, we are 40 Wednesday morning, 42 Thursday morning, and the 40s Friday morning, with temperatures by not this coming weekend, but the following weekend still fairly nice, with highs in the 70s and lows in the upper 40s and 50s. So certainly settling back into a more fall-like regime here. And a reminder, you can always get that 10-day forecast as well as current conditions at AtlantaNewsFirst.com and in the Atlanta News First Alert weather app. If you're just tuning in, thanks for watching. I am meteorologist Cutter Martin, here to give you just a streaming check of the First Alert forecast. We're live all evening, of course, on Atlanta News First, and First Alert meteorologist Fred Campagna will be back on Peachtree TV, 9 o'clock hour, 10 o'clock hour. We're hopping on over to Atlanta News First at 11 p.m. You can stream those newscasts in the First Alert weather app, Atlanta News First app as well. Again, besides tomorrow morning, and I know we do have a slight rain chance Sunday, Monday, some nice weather is on the way. Not too much of any issues in the First Alert forecast, aside from that risk of rain and thunder tomorrow. John White on Facebook, did TBS 46 change? Yes, we are simply known as Atlanta News First now. Same great folks, same great work ethic. We just rebranded, letting you know that we are here to bring you Atlanta Metro, North Georgia News First to you, keeping it local. And we'll be the first to alert you of any big weather changes on the way as well. So yeah, still the same crew, but new brand, Atlanta News First. And appreciate the continued viewership and the checking in, John. Thanks for watching. Again, we're going to go ahead and let you go, letting you know that weather has calmed down for the time being. Rain is moving out. We're in a bit of a lull with the rain chance, but as we get into tomorrow morning, more storms moving through. Could come with heavy rain, frequent thunder, lightning in a couple of neighborhoods. First Alert meteorologist Fred Campagna will be back on your TVs, 9 p.m. Peachtree TV, 10 p.m. Peachtree TV, and 11 p.m. You get the latest on Atlanta News First. Reminder, even if you're away from the TV, AtlantaNewsFirst.com and in our weather app, First Alert weather app, places you can stream the First Alert forecast. Have yourself a wonderful evening. I hope you enjoy the cooler sunshine by the time we get to our Thursday afternoon.